I don't think I have ever received as many requests for a video as I have for this one, because ever since I mentioned that I had been toying with the idea of doing a deep dive review on high-end activewear, anytime I post a video, I get a ton of comments on when this video is coming, and it's finally time. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my very honest thoughts and in-depth review on some of the most popular high-end activewear brands, including ALO, Lululemon. We're going to be touching on the HERMES activewear range, which, in case you were not aware, HERMES does have an extremely small yoga wear collection, which I wanted to share with you my thoughts on. I also have some more budget options to share with you. I pretty much have activewear as far as the eye can see. I have shorts, tank tops, sweaters, hoodies, and a ton of brands that I wanted to share with you my thoughts on. So if you would like to hear what I have to say about high-end activewear and which brands and pieces are worth your hard-earned money, then this video is for you. And I actually feel kind of honored that you would want to hear my thoughts on a topic that's not strictly related to HERMES. So thank you, I really appreciate you. And if you would like to hear my thoughts on what activewear to invest in, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and keep on watching. Why don't we start with the HERMES activewear line, because this is going to be a very brief review simply because I don't own any one of these things, and it's not because I would not be intrigued to test these pieces for myself, but I don't actually have any of these things because they don't make things that I would personally wear. So in case you did not know, HERMES launched a really small but mighty collection of yoga wear, I think early last year. They basically launched a yoga wear line as part of their equestrian range, and you might think, why are we not talking about the equestrian line? Today I'm trying to focus on pieces that are not just loungewear but also more technical pieces that you can of course wear for running errands if you want to feel very comfortable, but all of these things you could also wear for a run, for hiking, and also to the gym. Whereas when it comes to the majority of the equestrian line from HERMES, I personally would not want to wear any one of those things to the gym, even though I own many pieces from the equestrian line and I am a huge fan of them. I simply would not want to wear any one of them for a run or for going to the gym. But if you are really into your yoga and if you love HERMES, just know that they do have a really small yoga wear line exclusively for women. This collection includes, I want to say, 4 pieces. So they have leggings in this collection, biker shorts or yoga shorts, but they kind of look like biker shorts. They have a matching bra and also a full-on jumpsuit. This collection is offered in 3 different colors, so every single piece comes in 3 different colors. You can choose from gray with yellow details, red with orange details, and then they also have a black set with navy accents. And I really do like the look of these pieces. Now, as you would expect from HERMES, they are insanely expensive. I obviously do not have any personal experience with them, but I have played around with them in store. I really try to feel the textures and the stretch, and I can tell you that they feel incredibly soft, but unbelievably substantial. They might be some of the thickest, most robust technical fabrics that I have ever felt. Every single piece in this collection has the exact same design, and they are made of kind of like a technical mesh knit, I would call it, because it is definitely a knitted fabric, and they are really thick, and then every single piece features the same color blocking detail, which is really quite special. They are not in your face as you would expect from HERMES. They don't feature any really obnoxious in-your-face branding. If you don't know what details to look for, you would never guess that these particular pieces are from the HERMES range, but you are of course paying for the quality as well as the brand name, because this collection starts at $500. The cheapest piece in this collection is the bra, which I think will set you back $520. Then the shorts are $580. Then the leggings are $970. And the jumpsuit will set you back over $1,500, which is, of course, a crazy amount of money to spend on something that you will have to wash after every single wear, because I do think that the key to long-lasting active wear is washing them on a gentle cycle and not putting them in the dryer, but air drying every single one of your pieces. And I think that will go for every single piece in this video. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on pieces. The more you wash them, the quicker they'll start looking worn. And when it comes to things like yoga wear that sits so close to your skin, these are things that you want to wash very regularly. And the reason I'm pointing it out here is because if you invest in these pieces and you want to wear them regularly and you go to the gym more often, you have to keep in mind that you probably need a few of these sets. I mean, you can always just buy one and mix it in with your regular yoga wear, but you have to keep in mind that these things you'll have to wash after every single wear or maybe every 2 wear, depending on how much you sweat. But these things sit really close to your skin, so I would want to wash them quite often, and then you cannot put them in the dryer, which means that you'll need a couple of these sets to wear if you go to the gym more often. And personally, if you need to buy several of these pieces, that is going to add up pretty quickly. Now, if you are really into Hermes, what I love about Hermes is that they are a complete lifestyle brand. So if you appreciate their aesthetic and their approach to design, there's really nothing under the sun that they don't offer for their clients. So if you're an avid Hermes fan, you can even go to yoga in your Hermes yoga wear, but they are incredibly expensive, and as beautiful as they look and as substantial as they feel, I'm not sure if I would personally feel comfortable if I wore leggings, if I would feel comfortable spending $1,000 on a pair of leggings. But you do you. If you like the look of these and if you're a big Hermes fan, I wanted you to be aware of this collection that exists out there, because I don't know if I've ever seen anyone talk about these. I don't think I've ever seen this particular collection on anyone in person or on social media, so it might be a hidden gem that you can find. And going from the most expensive brand to the least expensive in today's video, we are going to be discussing Gymshark, which I'm not sure if you would consider Gymshark a high-end activewear brand necessarily, but they are incredibly popular, so I thought I would mention them here. Yes, they are the least expensive brand in today's video, and their pieces also feel the cheapest in my humble opinion. And if you look on the side, obviously you'll notice that their pieces are definitely not quite as expensive as some of the other brands that we'll move on to, but I would still not pay full price for any one of their things, especially considering that they always offer different promotions, they have discounts and sales running constantly. So I don't think I have ever purchased a single Gymshark piece full price, and I really wouldn't, especially considering the quality. Now, one thing to mention here is that they are part of, I think it's called the Fair Labor Association. It's something that they joined in 2019, because every single piece here that we're going to be discussing is sweatshop free. That is something that I pay a lot more attention to these days, and it's important for me to mention it here. So Gymshark is the least expensive brand, and they are known for their leggings. Now, obviously, I do not wear leggings, or not obviously, but I just don't wear leggings, but it is something that they're extremely known and loved for. So I tried to do a little bit of digging for you to figure out what leggings to invest in case it's something that you enjoy wearing, because they do offer a really wide range of different fits, colors, and fabrics. So if you are into those high-waisted leggings, I will have some that my friends swear by listed in the info box for you to check out, but they are not things that I can personally test. So the two things that I have been wearing, because I have bought a lot of things from Gymshark, most of it I sent back because I really did not like the fabrics, the fits, the fabrics. Most fabrics that I have felt from Gymshark felt incredibly cheap. The fits were off. Most of their things are made for quite tall people. I have said this before, but I'm 5'11", so I don't think I'm definitely not tall, but I wouldn't consider myself short either. But for example, their tank tops are so long on me that I could pretty much wear them as a dress. So most things I have returned, but the two standouts that I actually wear and really enjoy, so you could give a try, are the so-called arrival shorts. So what you have to know about me is that I actually prefer a 5-inch short. So when it comes to all of these brands, those are the ones that we'll be looking at, because my preference when it comes to workout shorts is 5-inch shorts. I can go for a lined or a linerless, but I tend to prefer linerless shorts for going to the gym. For doing yoga and running, I do prefer a pair of shorts that are lined, but 5-inch is my favorite length. So these are the so-called arrival linerless shorts, which they offer in a ton of different colors. But these shorts, I have to be honest with you, are paper thin. They are some of the thinnest shorts I have ever seen. They are definitely see-through. I mean, for me, that's not an issue because obviously I'm going to wear underwear. But if you are someone who likes to go commando under your gym shorts, this is not a line that you want to look into because it is incredibly see-through, so much so that sometimes you can even see the outline of your underwear underneath it. Or if, like me, you like to tuck your tank into your shorts, you are definitely going to see it underneath that, especially if you wear darker colors. But you can, of course, avoid that by going for a darker color. What I like about this is the fit. So they are definitely a little bit more slim fit. They do have pockets on each side. They're kind of similar to almost a pair of swimming trunks. That's the closest thing I could compare them to. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it here, but they are insanely see-through. But that also means that they dry really quickly. So if you like to do a laundry very often and you need your things to dry quickly, these are actually a good thing to invest in. Also, if you wear tights, workout tights underneath your shorts, again, this is something that I would look into. And another thing that I like about these is that they offer this in white. I do like white shorts. I know that they can be a little bit tricky, especially if you do a lot of running outside or weightlifting. You want to be careful with the dumbbells rubbing against your pants, but I do like white. You know, I like my blacks and my whites. I also like navy when it comes to activewear, but very few brands offer pure white for men, but Gymshark does, which I appreciate. I think these shorts are like $28, something along those lines, but I'm pretty sure I paid much less for these because, as I mentioned, they always do discounts. So just know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to Gymshark. You're not getting an extremely premium product, but if you go through activewear really quickly and you don't want to spend too much money on them, they offer a ton of different fits, colors, fabrics, and they are as well made as you could want for the price. And I do like the Arrival shorts. And then I also have the Arrival tank top, which is the matching tank top. So this is a more slim fit tank top. They do tank tops in a ton of different fits. I like my tank tops to be slightly more fitted. I like working out in tanks, so there's nothing, if I'm doing weights, I don't like anything to be against my arms, so I just prefer a simple tank. That's my preference, and this is their Arrival tank, which is slightly more fitted. The fabric is horrific. It might be the poorest quality in this entire video. I'll try to do some close-ups for you so you can see the texture. It looks extremely worn, it's pilling, it's fraying in certain places, it's definitely coming apart, and I've only had this for about 6 months. I have things here that I've had a lot longer than that are holding up much better than this one. And again, I don't put these things in the dryer. I put them in the washing machine on a gentle cycle. And I do think that is the key to making your gym wear last, but this is just not holding up well. To me, Gymshark is kind of the fast fashion of activewear. I mean, of course, Zara and H&M, they have their own lines, but they're really not things that I would personally invest in. But Gymshark is the most basic, and you know, as long as you know what you are getting yourself into, as long as you know that these are not things that will really last, there's nothing wrong with it. But personally, it's not a brand that I would turn. Moving on to a cult favorite, a brand that I'm pretty sure is responsible for single-handedly rebranding leggings. I feel like before Lululemon leggings came out, leggings were something to be ashamed of. They were not things that you were supposed to wear outside of the gym. But since the launch of Lululemon leggings, it is something that you can wear with pride because of the fits, the comfort, and the incredible fabrics that they offer. Now it's something that you'll see people wearing to the grocery store and running errands. Not all Lululemon leggings, but I think Lululemon has done a lot for the leggings community. And even me, who doesn't wear leggings, knows a lot about Lululemon leggings just because I work out a lot with friends who love this brand. I've also been shopping with some of my girlfriends who are into Lululemon, and I've overheard all the conversations that they've had about Lululemon leggings. So I can give you a little bit of insight. The two best sellers from Lululemon are the Align leggings, which are a pair of high-waisted leggings. They will set you back $98, so around $100, which I think is pretty fair for a pair of high-end leggings, but if you want something with a little bit more sculpting, with a little bit more hold, Lululemon also offers the so-called Wonder Train high-rise leggings, which are also $98, and they have a second skin feel, but with a much higher degree of support. So if you're looking for something for a more intense workout, maybe for a HIIT workout, the Wonder Trainers might be a good thing for you to check out. And then I think the third thing that Lululemon is known for when it comes to activewear for women is their running shorts. They do offer several different types, but I think it is the speed up shorts that they are best known for, which they offer in a high and a low rise version, which are some of the most popular running shorts out there. Now, personally, I cannot test those shorts for you, but I too love Lululemon shorts from their men's line. And the first thing I have to point out about Lululemon is that their quality is just exceptional, especially when it comes to the fabrics, when it comes to the construction and the fabrics Lululemon uses. They are a 10 out of 10. I have things here, shorts from Lululemon that I've had for 3, 4, 5 years that I wear really regularly. I wash them and they still look not brand new, but they're still in perfect condition. Like, I wear these to this day. They offer several different types and styles of shorts for men. If you're looking for something a little bit more lightweight, you cannot go wrong with the Pace Breaker shorts, which again, these come in several different lengths and a ton of different colors. I have these in black, I have them in ivory, I have them in navy blue. And what I really like about these is that it has this really cool mesh seam on the back, which not only allows more airflow, but it also makes these shorts a lot more flattering. Now, the reason I don't wear these as much as I used to is because of a discovery we'll move on to in a second, but these are just slightly too wide for me in the leg, which is the reason these are not my favorite. But the fabrics, as I mentioned, are exquisite. They are unbelievably lightweight, and they are, of course, made for running, as the name suggests. The fabric itself is really nice and stretchy, and then you also have 2 side pockets, and then you also have a zip pocket here. Now, I don't tend to use the pockets if I wear these for running because I feel there is just way too much going on, but these make a great pair of shorts for going to the gym. So if you don't mind a slightly wider, more comfortable fit, maybe that's something you prefer, these are definitely a great investment to make. And then my favorite top from Lululemon is the License to Train tank, which I actually have hanging over there. I mean, there's no point bringing it here. Instead, I'll try to do some mod shots for you. But my favorite tank top from Lululemon is the License to Train tank, which is completely different from some of the other tanks we'll move on to. The straps are a lot thinner, and I think they are best suited for running, although they are a little bit thicker than your regular running tops. But that is my personal favorite fit, and I actually find it to be one of the most flattering tank tops out there for men. They are slightly fitted, they are quite lightweight, and what I really like about them is that they don't cling. One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to any sort of workout tops, and especially tanks, is when they start clinging when you get sweaty. I am a sweaty person. When I go to the gym, I fully commit and I am going to make myself sweat, and I do not want my tank tops to become heavy and start clinging, and these License to Train tank tops don't do that from Lululemon. I love them. They come in a ton of different colors. I personally only have them in black, but I find them flattering. The quality is great and they dry incredibly fast. So these are some of my favorite recommendations from Lululemon, alongside with their leggings, which so many people love. And then when it comes to like knits and sweaters, I really would not go to Lululemon for any one of those things, but I really, really enjoy their jackets, especially their bomber jackets. You guys know that I don't gatekeep. So without further ado, let's move on to my current favorite brand, which is not a new brand. It's one that has been around for a few years, but I think they really started taking off when they started working with influencers. The Kardashians, I think, are an ambassador for this particular brand, and something that they are quite well known for is their exclusive yoga studios and gyms, which I think you can only go to if you're a member or if you're famous, something along those lines. They don't have one of these gyms near me, so I never looked into it, and I really wouldn't be too interested in it. But it's fair to wonder when you hear all these things, am I just paying for the hype and the marketing budget, or does this brand really live up to the hype? And in my opinion, when it comes to the quality and most importantly the fits, they are really just unmatched. I find their pieces to be some of the most flattering pieces out there, and that brand is ALO. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and the fact that I have the largest collection of activewear from ALO, even though I have not even been wearing this brand for that long, but I have quickly built quite a large collection. I mean, I have all my favorite pieces in almost every single classic color that they offer them in, and I'll of course share with you my favorite pieces and the ones that I would not personally spend my money on, because there are definitely things that I like more than others, but across the board I am a big fan of the brand. And I would say you're not only paying for their marketing, I mean, I'm sure that's a big chunk of it, but I do think that the quality and just the fits are outstanding. So as I did before, let me start with some of their leggings, because I tried to do some research on their leggings for you in case that's something that you're interested in. Now, obviously, it's not something that I am able to test for you, but if you have any experience with ALO leggings, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But they have three main groups of leggings depending on what material they're made out of. They have the airlift leggings, which have a stronger, more sculpting hold, and my favorite detail is the tiny ALO logo on the calf, which is really quite subtle. I don't know what it is, but I just love the name, I love the font, I love the branding. It always reminds me of aloe vera, which I think is such a special plant. So I am definitely in the cult of ALO, and I am a big fan of the branding on these airlift leggings. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit more sculpting, and I do think these have a slight sheen to them, the airlift leggings might be something that you want to look into. Then they have the air brush leggings, which have a slightly weaker medium hold. And then if you're looking for something purely for lounging or doing a more casual workout, then they have the ALO soft leggings, which have no hold whatsoever, and they have more of a suede-like feel. But without further ado, let's move on to their menswear, which is something that I am a lot more familiar with. And I thought we could start with some of their fabrics, because everything when it comes to this brand is broken down by fabrics. So if you are familiar with their fabrics, you'll know exactly what to look for. The first fabric that I wanted to share with you is the so-called Conquer fabric, which is more of a stretchy, velvety, thick jersey. And these do not cling, which I really appreciate. It doesn't matter how sweaty you get in these, they do dry really quickly, but they never cling, which I really like. And my favorite are the so-called Conquer tanks. I have them in navy, and then I have a few of the black ones. When it comes to ALO sizing, it can be quite tricky because the size difference is really quite large. So a jump from a small to a medium is huge. So I have this in small, which is the perfect fit, but then I also wanted to try medium for a looser fit, and this is insanely loose. And especially if you look at it from the side, the medium is also a lot longer. But what I love about this tank is how wide the armhole is. But again, the back is perfectly straight, so they didn't take out too much fabric, which I think can make some of these tank tops a little bit too feminine, which is fine for running, but for working out, I prefer slightly more coverage on the back. But the armhole is quite wide and they are slightly more fitted, which goes really well with this particular fabric, which is slightly more stretchy. And then if you prefer something that's less, I mean, these really don't feel nylon-y. Don't think that they feel like, obviously they are made of polyester, but they don't feel like you're wearing a plastic bag around your body. But if you prefer a more cotton-like feel, which I personally do not, you can try their so-called Triumph fabric, which is more of a buttery feel. It's not made of cotton, but it feels like it. It dries fast. I mean, the reason most of these things are not made of cotton is because cotton doesn't dry fast, whereas performance fabric has to. So this is the so-called Triumph fabric, which is simply not my favorite. To me, it clings a lot more than the Conquer range does. So the reason I would not recommend this is because of that clingy feel. But if you prefer this more cotton-like feel against your skin, this is of course also available. I prefer the Conquer collection. And then the last fabric they offer for men is the so-called waffle fabric, which I really do not like. I have to be honest, I have not tried it myself, but as soon as I saw waffle, I passed, because in my experience, waffle knits tend to be a dust and pet hair magnet, and with Pi being blonde and me wearing so many dark colors, it is just a recipe for disaster. But if you're looking for something more loungy, similar to the ALO Soft material, they also offer a waffle knit both for men and women, and it is called simply the waffle knit, which almost has, based on the pictures I've seen, it almost has kind of like a thermal look to it, but that's the different fabrics that they offer in their tops, and my favorite are by far the Conquer tanks. Now, if I had to choose between the ALO tanks and the Lululemon license to train tanks, they're very different. I would say that I prefer these for lifting, for weightlifting, but for yoga and running, I prefer the license to train. But if I could only keep one, it would be tough. I think I might stick with the Lululemon one just because of the color detail. So one criticism that I have when it comes to this particular line is that the color starts sagging after a while, which I don't appreciate. I like something that is either a little bit lower, or if they're going to have just a simple crew neck, I would want it to be just a little bit tighter, like the one on the Skims tanks, which the reason I'm not including Skims here, even though I used to swear by the Skims tanks, I probably have more than 10 of those tops, and they are some of the best quality tanks I've ever had. They've been discontinued, so there's no point talking about them at this point. But if you enjoyed this video and you'd like me to do a part 2, I can definitely include the new Skims workwear range in that one. But long story short, because of the crew neck, if you like something that is slightly more fitted like I do, these can get a little bit loose. I mean, after washing them, they'll bounce back really quickly, but if you work out for a couple of hours or if you get really sweaty, you'll definitely notice the neck starting to sag, and I wish the neckline was slightly more fitted, or if I wish it sat closer to your actual neckline. But if you find it suffocating and you don't want anything near your neck, it's something you'll appreciate. So I think it just really comes down to personal preference, but that is the only one detail that I don't love about this particular range of tanks. As much as I love some of those tanks, the star of the show when it comes to ALO, in my opinion, is their shorts. I think their shorts are some of the most flattering shorts out there, and my favorite is the 5-inch, as you would expect, Revival shorts, which I have a lot of. I have them in almost every single classic color. I even have some backups here because I never want to be without these. And surprisingly, these are actually lined. Now, before investing in these, I was really not the biggest fan of lined shorts, but there is something about this fit that I just love. One criticism that I have with these, it's actually the same that I have for their tanks. The jump between sizes is way too big. Like the small, depending on what workout I do, sometimes the small can be a little bit tight around my butt. I don't know how else to say it, but it can be a little bit tight. But if I go for medium, wearing a medium is basically like wearing a parachute. Like the size jump is just way too drastic in my opinion. I so wish there was a size in between, but other than that, I think these shorts are just perfection. They are a 5-inch pair of shorts. I think they are the perfect fit. They're not too fitted, but they're not too wide either. I actually really like the elastic band on this. I think it is the perfect width, and the liner that these have are not too long either. They do offer another pair of 5-inch shorts, which are also lined. I think those are called the... Sorry, I think I might have confused you. I think these are called the Adapt running shorts. And then the other one that I don't like quite as much are the Revival 2-in-1 shorts, which actually have a built-in compression sort of tight. These just have a liner. These don't have compression tight. So I think these are called the Adapt running shorts. And then the other ones are the Revival. The Revival ones are a lot more expensive. And what I don't get is that the liner is actually longer than the short itself, which I don't find that flattering, whereas these I find incredibly flattering. These are $68 and they offer them in a huge range of different colors. So I have navy here, I wish they came in white. I would love to get these in pure white, but they don't exist. Instead, they do them in this sort of silvery gray color. I think it might be called steel. And then, of course, I have the black version. I think the fourth classic color that ALO offers is called espresso, which is a beautiful chocolate brown, but I'm so pasty, I cannot wear anything in brown. It just washes me out. But if it's a color that you can pull off, definitely invest in that too. And then they also come out with some seasonal colors. But if you are looking for a pair of shorts, a really flattering pair of shorts, do not overlook. And these are all the brands that I wanted to share with you today. I was considering also including the Loewe on collaboration in this video, but I realized that it's a limited edition drop, so I wasn't sure if it would make sense to include those, considering that I have already done a reel on them and I'm not sure how much of it is still in stock. But long story short, as much as I love On pieces, I do think that alongside ALO, On's quality is also exceptional, but I think their pieces tend to be more targeted at runners. So if you are looking for running specific things, not that you couldn't wear them to the gym, but the fits and the cuts tend to be a little bit more suitable for running. So if you're looking for specific running gear, I am an On guy through and through. I love On shoes. I love On's ready to wear. I do think that when it comes to running wear, their quality is just top notch. But when it comes to the Loewe collaboration, as I said in my review over on Instagram, you are not getting anything different. The fits, the styles, the fabrics are the exact same that you would get from On, except on the Loewe pieces you do get this blended logo. So you do get the blend of the On and the Loewe anagram together, which is fun, but you're not getting different styles, you're not getting different fits, you're not getting different materials, which there's nothing wrong with because On's quality is already top notch, but On costs a lot less than pieces from this collaboration. So I really do think that you are purely and exclusively paying for the emblem. You're not paying for anything else. I mean, if you're a collector and you're really into Loewe, give them a try. You are not going to be disappointed. But if you are just simply looking for some really high quality, really nicely fitted pieces, do not overlook On because their pieces I find just exceptional. And Loewe pieces are virtually identical. In fact, they are identical other than the emblem on the front and the emblem used on these pieces. But yeah, I would say that ALO is my favorite brand at the moment. I think the fits, the quality, the fabrics are just exceptional. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and it was worth the wait. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts in the comment section on these brands. If you have any experience with any one of their pieces, if there are any things that I didn't talk about but you would love to put on other people's radar, please share in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I really appreciate you being here and watching, and I cannot wait to see you back here with a new video really, really soon.